and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting a series of tea bag folding tutorials. This is a book that I've purchased recently and I've been reading through it, and I thought that I could have actually done with having someone to physically show me how to do it. So what I'm doing is, this is to help me learn at the same time as hopefully helping you learn as well. The book's by Plas and Janet Wilson, and it's a Searchpress book. I'll put the ISBN number at the end for you to, if you're wanting to order this particular book. I'm not sponsored or anything by these people to do this. This is just me working my way through the book, learning the different folds that there is. So at the beginning of the book, it's got all different information and different things that you can do. Something's just fallen off my desk. And then it, it tells you what the different arrows are for and different types that you can do. So I'm just going to basically start at the first one. I'm going to work my way around it. So the first one is, it's on the golden music page and it's page 13. So the shape that we're going to do is these ones. So what I've done is I've had a few practice sessions. Now in the book it tells you to use 4cm squared paper, and that's really tiny. So first of all I started off with a big piece, and then I've worked it down to about a 2-inch square so that it's easier for me to show you. So I recommend you practicing before you're making any thing for an actual project that you're doing. Now if it's a double-sided paper and there's a particular side that you want showing more of, you need to start with your pattern side face up, if that's the one that you're wanting to show you. So first of all, you're just taking it and we're going point to point. Just try and get it as flush as you can, and then hold it at the point where you've got it, and then I just like to come down from the middle, and then I know I've got it at even either side, and then just pinch, just keep hold of the point here so it can't move, and just go along. Also it depends on what thickness paper you're doing as to how easy it is. I tried using it with some thicker paper stock and it was really hard to fold. I'll show you, it was like this, and I think it's sort of like a 150 or something like that, and it was just so hard to fold. So it is better to do these with a thinner paper. And then just open it up, and then you're going to do it the opposite way. So again, just marry your points up, then hold it in place, come down, and then you'll notice you're going to get a centre mark now. Just come along, and then you've got exactly corner to corner, and then just you can burnish with your nails or a bone folder if you prefer. So now you need to turn it over. Now we're going to do horizontal folds. So again, same thing, but just doing it horizontally. Okay, and the other way. Just press to the sides. Okay, and open it back up. Now you need to have your patterned face upwards. Now as you can see, you've got 2 valley folds. Well, you've got 4 valley folds, but if you have your paper sort of pointing it towards you and away from you like this, and you'll notice you've got your mountain folds, which we've just created, and if you push these inwards, you can just see, you can see that it's just turning into a square. So I'll show you that again. So just hold the points. So you've opened it back up, and then sort of just push them inwards. The more you do it with the paper, it'll get easier for you to do. Okay, so now you've got that. So essentially you've got 4 flaps. So you just want to take one of your flaps to start with. I'm going to call them flaps, there's probably a different name for it, but that's what I'm going to call it. Now I found it difficult having thicker acrylic nails on to open up the flap. I'm just using my needle tool just to start it off, and I'm just opening up one of the flaps. So as you can see, sorry, gone off camera then. So you've got that, and then you just need to open it wide. And you take a little bit of doing first time that you're doing it, and then push down on the folded edge, and then have it go completely flat, and it will marry up here and it will marry up there, so it's creating that point. So just make sure you get it all from the top point down there. A little bit, oh, there we go. Okay, so that's what you've got. So then you need to turn it over, and then you're taking the next middle one, so you'll have 3 points left, so you're taking the middle one out of the 3 that are left. Again, just push down on that flat. I found it easy if I sort of just wedge the piece of paper there with my finger as I push down from the top. So like when I said, when I was using the thicker cardstock, it was really hard to do this part because it just didn't want to fold as easily as what this is. This is proper origami paper, but yeah, it was a bit difficult with the thicker cardstock. So now you've got both sides that are like that. So I've got my lines going horizontally that way, and then they're coming down that way, away from it on both sides. Because when I've done it when I was practicing, I did it on one corner and on the other, and either side was, lines was horizontal and one was going, oh, what have I done? It's just picking the right flaps when you're doing it, if you have got a paper that's got lines on it. So if it's a directional paper, just watch out for that one. It's another thing to take into consideration when you're practicing. Now I'm just going to see if I can get you in any. No, that's as far as I can get you. So the next part is, on this bit here, I'm going to lift it up, and this edge, oh sorry I've gone off, this edge we're going to be lining it up with this centre one here. Now I found it easier just using my needle tool or your nail, whichever you prefer to work with. Start it for this. So you're just pushing that corner piece in. Once it starts going, it does get easier, and the more you do of it as well, you find your own rhythm. So you're pushing it in on itself, and then you're lining up that edge to the centre fold. So just use your nail or poke tool, whatever you've got, and just flatten it down, and then press this piece down, okay, and that will create another point there, okay. So and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So I can make sure that I'm not coming off camera. So just lift it up, push it in. This side doesn't want to go. Once it's sort of started folding, it does decide to cooperate. Okay. And it wants to. Right, okay, so I've got it there. I know it looks a bit crumbly at the moment, but don't worry. So you've got those two now. They both marry up, just make sure that they are. Then keep your finger pressed down on there. If you've got any creases or anything, just push them out with your poke tool or your nail, and then just push them down. So you end up with like a little flap. So as you can see, just there. Sorry, I keep going off camera because I've got you zoomed in, so sorry for that. So on one side you've just got the I'm coming up with new words today. A kite shape that we made, and then on the other side we've just done the folded edges. Now, to show you put them out together, there's different ways that you can do it. I've just made myself, zoom out now, you don't need to be that close. I've just made myself a reference board for you just showing me, so I can in future, if I forget how I actually folded something, and I've just put them in different configurations as to how I can use them on a page. So I'll show you this one first. This is just where they're linking together. So if you get two of your pieces, and this little flap here is where we're going to tuck the point of the next one, so it's going to go under there. So they're going to join just there. So when you're putting any glue on or anything, you just want to put some glue. So if you just put a little bit of glue on either side of the flap. If you want it to be more 3D, you don't need to put as much glue on as what I just have, but just wanting to show you how they link together. So, oh, wrong way. Right. So I've got the glue on the inside of both of those flaps, and I've just laid it down underneath. So it will now be glued from underneath here and underneath this tiny little piece where it's slotted in. Okay? And then once you've got as long a piece as you're wanting to do, you can just turn it over, run some glue along the underside, and then stick it to whatever you're decorating with it. So that's just how you connect them together that way. And then to do the main rosette, it's just you're basically laying them down in a set of 4. So now I've not got these ones to do it, but you basically just glue them into the formation, and you make your different patterns. So you can do it into a 4, which is like here, and then you've got body here. I'm not the best camera woman, so I do apologise. So you've got one that you could do there as either a main concept or a border. You can have it coming down the sides all the way around if you want to create a border, or you can just have them in the corner of your piece, just like this, and have them framing whatever's in the centre. And also you could always do them like this and make a more pattern out of it. So whichever way it turns around, just have a play around with the ones that you've practiced with, just to see what they look like in different ways. And you'll find different formations of how to put things even different to what I've found here. On your rosette you can just put a gem in the middle or something like that, or just leave it as it is. So yeah, that's that one. And then have a better view. So that's just the first one in this series. So I hope that's helped anybody that's got this book or just wanted to learn how to do teabag folding. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. If you've liked this video, would you give me a thumbs up? That would be greatly appreciated. And if you've not subscribed, if you could consider subscribing, that would be appreciated too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.